Welcome to this series of videos on data analysis with Pandas. In today's video, we will go through the basics and talk about the basic data structures in Pandas library, namely series and data frame. Now let's take a look at the series data structure. A series is basically like a column of data with an associated index. For example, here we can see that we have some data and then we have an associated index, right, which kind of maps to the data. We will go through why index is important later, but for now we need to kind of remember that series is a data structure that has some values and an associated index. Coming to the next data structure, which is very important, is known as a data frame. Now data frame is like a two-dimensional structure which can be thought of as Excel spreadsheets if you have come across them before. Now for example, here we can see that it has some columns and then it has some rows. So here we have name, team, number, position, age. So it can be thought of different series that are stacked together to create a data frame. Now internally, Pandas has something known as an index, and it creates index for rows, it creates index for columns as well. And by default, row index is known as axis 0 and column index is known as axis 1. Now that the theory is out the way, let's look at some examples. So here, just to demonstrate this, I have taken data from this Kaggle competition known as house prices, and if you want to go through the details of the data set, you can go through the data fields here, what do different columns mean and all. So we'll just read this data into a data frame over here, and then what we are doing here is just from the data frame that we have read, we are pulling out one of the columns by using this notation. Don't worry about this at the moment, we'll go through this notation in detail later. So we have just pulled the lot area column here and assigned it to an object S, right? So we can then use the head method to look at the top 5 elements of the series, and we can see over here that we have some values here. We have this associated index starting from 0 and then the name of the series, which is lot area. There are some methods and attributes that can be used over a series that we'll go through later. For example, if we look at s.index, we see it's a range starting from 0 to 1460. If we do s.name, we can see that the name of the series is lot area, and then s.values will give an array of all the values that are stored in this series. Similarly, if we do df.head, df which is the data frame here, if we use the head method over here, we can see it displays the top 5 rows in our data frame, and it gives us all the columns that our data frame contains, and then we have these row indexes over here.
So that's all for this lecture, and we will go through the details in the next videos.
If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video.